I'm going to give you 25 questions for your pre-quiz exam. What we have here is part 1. This type of question is basically they give you a sign, and you have to identify where that sign corresponds to which place it corresponds. Here we have questions 1 to 3. Where can you find these signs? On questions 1 to 3, mark A, B, or C on your answer sheet. In the first example, we have take care of yourself and your loved ones on your next trip. The question is, where will you find this? In an airport, in a travel agency, and in a store. In every single quiz question, you have to discard 2 or 1 of the options, and you are going to be left with 2 possible ones. The best way to answer this is to choose one of those 2 answers by selecting the one that is the most adequate. They both could be right, but one of the questions is more adequate than the other. So for example, in an airport, when you find take care of yourselves and your loved ones on your next trip, it's possible. B, in a travel agency, take care of yourself and your loved ones on your next trip, it's also possible. And in a store, you can discard option C, because in a store, you buy groceries, you buy food, you buy hardware, but you do not find anything about trips. Trips is always related to airports and travel agencies. So the best option would be airport, number A. Why? Because in a travel agency, you're just planning your trip. You know you're going to have a trip. Instead, on an airport, it is implied that you came from one trip and you're going to have a next trip. You're going to have another trip coming. That's why in the first one, the answer is A, in an airport. Let's continue. The next sign says La Calera, 4 kilometers. Where can you find this? In a library, in a highway, in a toll booth. In a library, no, because this sign usually says the distance between your position and the place they are saying, in this case, La Calera. So we can discard option A. In a highway, it's possible, and in a toll booth, it's possible. Does everybody know what is a toll booth? A toll booth is where you pay money so that you can continue your trip on the highway. So the best option here would be B. Option B is the correct one because in a toll booth, it's also on the highway, but it's where you pay and not necessarily gives you the distance between your position and the nearest town. In a highway, you find several signs that says distance between your position and the place you're traveling to. Let's continue. Now here we have guitar lessons. Guitar lessons, room 107. So where can you find this? A, in school, B, on a train, C, in a hotel. Option A, in a school, it's possible. On a train doesn't have rooms. It has small cabins or compartments where you sit and you travel from one place to another. Or modern trains, they usually have a lot of seats and no rooms. In a hotel, hotels have several rooms, actually many rooms, but none of them are used to teach guitar lessons. Usually, you will find in a school that your room has a number. For example, here, room 107. So the best option would be A, because in schools they give lessons and they have rooms, like the one here, numbered 107. Okay, I hope that part was easy because this is the easiest part of the exam.